AITA for telling my husband that I won't be the one who tells our kids how he died. My F27 husband, M29, and I have been married for 7 years and do not have any issues with respecting each other's boundaries. This past weekend he completely disregarded me and I can't get it out of my head, so I have to know if I was in the wrong. For some context, I was the sober driver to our group of siblings and friends and we had been out at a bar drinking. We all had a great time and headed home. At this point I was the only sober person by a long shot. My husband suggested to go join the neighbors. That was a group of middle-aged women partying. We don't know them. I went out and told him that it was rude to invite ourselves to someone else's house without their permission and to leave the idea alone. Not even 10 minutes later, our other brother who is single came in and told us that my husband was making him feel uncomfortable trying to get him and everyone else to go over there to join the neighbors. So I went back outside and told him to cut it out. I told him he was making our brother and now me uncomfortable. I was inside cooking food to help everyone sober up and everyone else was outside on the deck. Once I finished, I was slightly annoyed but went outside to join everyone. The next thing I know, my husband and his friend, M25, stand up and start walking toward the dock. I asked them what they were doing and he said they were hot, so they decided to go jump in the lake. It is pitch black out and they had both had over 7 shots that I counted in addition to many drinks. I told him absolutely not. That is not safe. He rolled his eyes at me and turned to continue walking to the dock. At this point I was pissed. I yelled out to him that was fine. I just won't be the one to tell our kids why their dad died and went back inside to get ready for bed. He ignored me the rest of the night and when I made him come in to have a conversation with me, he kept rolling his eyes. I told him I felt like he disrespected me and owed me an apology for crossing the line. He insisted that he did nothing wrong. I tried to have a conversation to explain why his actions were inappropriate, but he didn't see it and instead countered that they didn't even jump in, they just put their feet in. I ended up going to bed and we haven't talked about it since. He thinks things are back to normal, but knows that I am being short with him. This was an adults-only weekend and no children were present at any point. So AITA for taking things too far with what I said?